The second thing is the blurring of the lines between the couple's business interests and their charitable ones. So one of the criticisms this chairwoman has made is that she says she was unaware that Prince Harry was going to bring a film crew along to that polo match and other Centre Bali events for his Netflix series. Is that a blurring of lines?
Isn't that quite good for the charity?
It's a wonderful opportunity for the charity.
Yes,
this happened a month before. He phoned up and said, I'm doing this stuff for Netflix. I thought I'd bring the crew along to film it. It's a wonderful opportunity for actually worldwide publicity for the charity. None of the examples given by the chair, the lady who was interviewed this weekend, really, to me, seem to amount to what I would call harassment at scale. You could argue about the Netflix thing that actually he was giving them an opportunity a month ahead. That moment with the photograph does not sound to me like major harassment or bullying, asking the person to stand here rather than there so there's a better shot of Harry, who is the star. The only reason we're talking about this charity, the only reason it's made any difference to lives of young people who have AIDS in Southern Africa is because of Harry's involvement. That's what it's all about. And everybody else should be in the service of that. Genius of being a really good charity director, like either the chair or the chief exec, is you actually understand what you've got. And you have got here, Harry is he's our poster boy. He started it. Actually, he's very useful to us. So part and parcel of this being a really great charity director is also to understand the strengths of the charity and to use those. So I haven't heard their side of the story. We've just heard hers. But at the moment, I must say, I noticed that Harry and all the trustees have stepped down.
Thanks for speaking the truth about Harry. Greetings, everyone. I hope you are all doing fine wherever you are watching us from. Please kindly subscribe and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. We are almost there. And to those who have already subscribed, your support means a lot. Recently, the media has been rife with attacks on Prince Harry, but one name has been consistently emerging as the driving force behind these unfounded smear campaigns: Sophie Chandauka. On a recent ITV panel, Camilla, Tominey, and other panelists didn't hold back, calling out Chandauka for her continuous, baseless attacks on Harry, which have no grounds other than bitterness and personal vendettas. Let's set the record straight. Sophie Chandauka's smear campaign against Prince Harry isn't about truth. It's about trying to bring down a man who has committed his life to positive change, especially through Centre Bali, the charity he co-founded to help children in Southern Africa affected by HIV/AIDS. Instead of acknowledging Harry's dedication to mental health advocacy, philanthropy, and his efforts to better the lives of vulnerable children, Chandauka and others like her have been relentlessly pushing false narratives aimed at discrediting him.
Check one, check two, check.
Camilla, Tominey, and the ITV panel made it clear. Chandauka's motivations aren't just a matter of disagreement, they are deeply personal, rooted in an attempt to undermine Harry and, by extension, Meghan. It was exposed on the show that Chandauka isn't just some innocent critic. She has long had her own agenda. Sophie's behavior at public events, particularly when she tried to insert herself between Harry and Meghan. It's becoming more and more obvious that Chandauka's actions go beyond simple criticism. She's behaving like a bitter ex trying to insert herself into Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's relationship. Reports suggest that Chandauka not only wanted Prince Harry for herself, but even went as far as to act inappropriately, rubbing herself against him while holding a trophy at a public event. Take a closer look at the video. It's clear that her intentions were anything but innocent, and it's almost as if she believed she could come between Meghan and Harry. But here's the truth. Chandauka's attempts failed. She can try all she wants, but Prince Harry is very much committed to his wife Meghan, and nothing will change that. Her petty attempts to undermine their marriage only expose her bitterness and failure to move on. The truth is, her actions aren't about supporting Harry or his causes, they're about trying to create drama and interference where there's none needed. Meghan and Harry's relationship is strong, and no amount of jealousy or failed intentions from people like Chandauka will never ever tear them apart. It's incredibly telling that someone like Chandauka, who has been so openly fixated on Harry, would stoop to these levels to try to discredit him and his wife. Her actions, clinging to a false narrative about Harry and Meghan, show that her personal motivations have nothing to do with what's best for Harry or his family. Instead, They're about a deep-seated desire to drag him down, to tarnish his image, and to undermine his success and charity work. It's a classic case of someone who, when unable to get what they want, tries to tear everything down around them. What's worse is how Chandauka has weaponized her platform to push a narrative of division and negativity, refusing to acknowledge any of Harry's accomplishments outside of his personal life. As Camilla Tominey pointed out during the ITV debate, Harry's decision to step away from royal duties and live life on his own terms is his prerogative, and he's done so in order to prioritize his family's well-being and his mental health. Yet, for people like Chandauka, this was an opportunity to attack him further, as though his actions were somehow a betrayal. But what Sophie Chandauka fails to realize is that Prince Harry has a purpose beyond what she and her fellow critics try to manipulate. His life is not defined by royal duties or personal drama. It's defined by the positive change he's been trying to make in the world. His work with Chandauka continues to help thousands of children, providing vital support for those living with HIV, AIDS, and mental health issues. And yet, rather than focusing on this life-changing work, Chandauka and others prefer to fabricate scandals and smear his name for the sake of personal gain. The truth is, Sophie Chandauka has been consistently out of line. Her efforts to undermine Harry's marriage and create division only expose her own bitterness and personal agenda. She's trying to take down a man who is committed to making the world a better place, all because she couldn't get what she wanted. And let's be honest, it's no coincidence that Chandauka's attacks intensified after she failed to insert herself into Harry's life. That's exactly what this is. A failed attempt to create chaos and control Harry, coupled with a refusal to let go of her personal desires. Sophie's actions are nothing short of desperate, and what makes it even worse is the fact that she's hiding behind a veil of righteous indignation, pretending that she's acting in the public's best interest. But what's really happening here is a toxic attempt to discredit someone who's doing good in the world, just because they don't fit into the narrative that some people like Chandauka want to maintain.
Check one, check.
So, while Sophie Chandauka may continue her smear campaign, the public is beginning to see her for what she is, a bitter individual who is using her platform to attack someone who doesn't conform to her expectations. But no amount of smears or desperate attempts to discredit Prince Harry can change the fact that he's making a difference in the world. The real question here is, why is someone like Chandauka so obsessed with trying to bring him down? The truth is, it's not about the truth at all. It's about her own failed intentions, and it's time the media and the public stop allowing her to dictate the narrative. Thank you for watching. Please take care, and see you on the next podcast.